Hey guys, Dylan here, and today we are doing a fanfiction reading. Today's fanfiction reading is called A Father's Love, a Shad Rouge Story. And we've got Film Nerd here, Danny, and Manga. You guys ready
Oh.
for this terrible story, potentially?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fucking bring it on. This will be fun.
Okay, we start with a description. One shot. A sequel. That instantly makes it not a one-shot. I guess you could have a one-shot sequel, but the ending of it will also make me think that it's not a one-shot. I know someone will be stupid. They'll be like, well, Death Note had a one-shot sequel. But the difference is that ends ambiguously. It doesn't say to be continued, which this story does. So this is not only a sequel to a pre-established story, it also leads up to a to be continued. So it's not a one-shot.
We are 3 words in and Dylan's already ripping this thing apart.
A sequel to What's
3
Today.
words in.
Now, Shadow now has kids to look after, but just how far will he go when his former friends become his biggest threat to his family? So is it like Taken? Will Shadow have to cross the line, or will he die trying to protect his family? Check it out to find out.
I mean, we've already got someone who can do a good Liam Neeson here, so...
Contains strong language and
You're
violence.
Irish, right?
Shut up.
I guess I'll start this. It was
Yeah,
3
go
a.m. when Shadow the Hedgehog found himself in the kitchen looking for a late-night snack. He gazed over until his eyes found the milk.
No!
Milk and cookies will have to do, he thought to himself. Shadow does not look like the man who would want milk and cookies, but whatever. Shadow had a rough couple of weeks, and he needs his milky to fucking make it better. Between having to deal with a 6-year-old son, Sebastian, and his 2-month-old daughter, Brie Larson. Just as he closed the fridge, he heard Brie start crying. She was upset because she didn't get in Captain Marvel too. Shit, I better calm her down before she wakes Rouge. Because apparently Rouge is the one you gotta worry about waking up. I grabbed a bottle of milk from... Wait, what? No, it started out with me saying
now.
Shadow. It started out with me saying Shadow. So, is it a narrator man? Or is it Shadow? Is Shadow the narrator man? Not likely.
He's drinking. You see, he's drinking
no
with
idea.
the narrator. The
People-
narrator also needs his milk.
People need to learn how to structure a story. It's either first person or third person. You can't do both. I grabbed a bottle of milk.
Make it obvious.
I grabbed a bottle of milk from the fridge for her, then walked down to her room and walked up to the crib. She was mostly bat. Oh no, so this isn't going to be like the Mobian type
it's
of
filthy
babies.
hybrids.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
I
thought
hate
this would be like the Mobian babies where like one comes out bat, one comes out hedgehog, but you're gonna make an abomination.
Yes, we're gonna do a crime against nature for our offspring. That's great.
While
really
Sebastian
problems
was
down the line.
mostly hedgehog. Shadow picked her up and cradled... Oh, wait, what? No, now we're back to third person. Then gave her the bottle of
Same
milk
fucking
to the drink.
paragraph.
Throughout all the commotion, Rouge had been woken up. She peered in the doorway and examined Shadow holding and feeding their daughter. She really loves her daddy, Rouge said, walking over the
Take that
join the
line out of
two.
context.
No!
Oh lord.
Shadow just smiled. He was so cold to everything else, to everyone else, but he truly loved his family. Keep telling me that. Rouge, on the other hand, wasn't as cold on the outside of the world, to the outside of the world, but she had changed a lot since she fell for Shadow. Does that mean she's cold now? Like, what the fuck does that mean? That sounds like you made it sound like she's going down a negative character arc. Originally,
Yes, the downward spiral.
oh my
Very
fucking
attractive.
god. Originally, she was engaged to Knuckles, but the
Wait,
two
what?
constantly fought over everything.
What the fuck? That meant they were perfect for each other.
She always came to Shadow with her problems, and as cold as he was, he never turned away. In fact, he always offered to beat up Knuckles for her. Knuckles got cucked. She declined. But there were times she wished she'd let him do it. Eventually, she had enough. one night at Club Rouge. Oh no, I think we've read this fan fiction. He left her in bed. When he turned to leave, he whispered, "I never do this to you." Wait, what? Oh, I skipped. Sorry. I skipped a line. I skipped a line. My bad. Club Rouge. She was often drowning herself in alcohol. When Shadow wandered in and made the bartender cut her off, he carried the drunken bat upstairs, where he left her in bed. When he turned to leave, he whispered, "I'd never do this to you." Oh God, he's such a fucking simp. And walked out.
I was about to say.
Little did he know, she heard him. Yeah, but she's drunk as fuck. After months of long talks and walks on the beaches and getting over Knuckles, they didn't even say they broke up. She just got over him.
Look, the relationship just withered and died, okay? It didn't need to be officially said.
He still doesn't know that she's with Shadow.
Knuckles walks in, he's like, "Hey babe, I've been divorced for a while now." Knuckles, what? Rouge found herself practically living with Shadow. Over time, Rouge grew very fond of her ebony companion. I'm done after that line. Someone take over. Companion, ebony companion. But I'm done with that. That's where I'm ending.
Film nerd, why don't you take the reins?
All right, I'll take this. Shadow, on the other hand, had always had a soft spot for the bat. He just didn't know how to show it. Rouge eventually told Shadow how she felt, and Shadow reluctantly opened up to the bat.
I love how she had to approach him. Like, he is such a fucking beta bitch. The woman had to approach him. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry. I can only tell you the truth when you're passed out. My bad."
Whoa.
I'm all dark and edgy, but I can't make the first move.
He's a fucking incel. He's an incel, and fucking Knuckles is a cuck.
Pilled. That's why he's black.
Oh God, I hope he doesn't wear a fedora in this.
I think certain bathroom posters will tell you why she chose Shadow over Knuckles.
Oh no.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, they had been together ever since, rarely fighting, and vibed off each other perfectly.
You can't have a relationship without fighting. That's fucking retarded.
Yeah. She finally fell back. She finally fell back asleep. I tried to get to her before she woke you up, Shadow said, laying Brie Larson down into the crib. Oh, Shaddy, you silly man. Shaddy? Or is it Shaddy?
Oh, Shaddy!
Shady. Slim Shady.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You woke me, not the baby, Rouge said with a giggle. Well, what do you mean by that? When you got up for a snack, I felt you roll out of bed, she said, grabbing his hand and walking back towards the bedroom. The two sat down on the bed, Shadow laying against the pillows with Rouge sitting next to him, legs crossed facing him. You know, I never thought we'd get to where we are today, Shady. I mean, we don't have to work for... We don't have to work for gun anymore. We have a family. We have each other. Life is so perfect with you and the kids.
Quit jinxing it.
Fuck. Rouge would never do this. It's just like...
Oh, yeah. It's so out of character. I'd picture her to be the woman...
The gem thief is perfectly fine with just settling down with a family.
I think she could settle
Press
down.
X to doubt.
I think she could settle down, but it would be solely out of, like, the fact that she got knocked up and she just wants to take care of the kid. I don't feel like Rouge can be that happy of a person.
Well, so far it's just like it hasn't explained what exactly happened, so you know.
Life is so perfect with you and the kids, way more perfect than I could imagine.
It sounds like she just got transformed into your basic fucking bitch, and that is sad for Rouge. She has a lot of character to her.
It's even more sad that the basic bitch is taking advantage at the beta cuck, so...
Exactly.
Oh, well.
She said, still holding his hand. It was true. Life had been great for the two when they weren't watching the kids. They were off watching a movie together, shopping, or just laying around the house.
Oh, God. Seriously, is this fucking Chris Chan? Relationships aren't all about this shit.
Has this person ever been in a relationship?
I doubt
it.
This is the most wish fulfillment type of relationship ever. It's what a fucking 12-year-old thinks it's gonna be like being married.
Power fantasy. Let's go.
Exactly. You know, Rouge, we've both come a long way. in general, we worked our ass off for Gun with all the drama between that and Knuckles with you.
Is Knuckles just gonna be the bad guy? Is Knuckles just evil now?
I guess so.
Calling it right now, he's gonna be the one to kill the kids.
Holy fuck!
Oh,
I'm calling it right now, alright? Money on the table.
I'm hoping that happens now. With you and me and Sonic's rivalry, I gotta say, I never knew life could be so stress-free like it is now. He said, sitting up next to his wife. He pulled her into a hug and laid back down, her head now resting against his chest. She played with his fur, then laid a kiss on his cheek before curling up next to him. I love you, Shadow. I love you too. Get some sleep. With that, the two fell back asleep. The next
Switch.
Danny, go.
Okay. The next morning arrived swiftly. Shadow found himself awake at 6 a.m. Some habits were hard to break.
Oh great,
You walked
3
in-
hours and we get to watch The Price
He's
is
a
Right with him.
PTSD soldier.
I wonder if he's gonna be as boring as I think he is. Like, watch The Price is Right, drink orange juice. Like, this could be anyone. You don't even have to call it Shadow.
Exactly.
Remove
Yeah.
all the Sonic characters from this story, and then boom, it's just a
It's a
story.
generic story, yeah.
Yeah.
He walked in and checked on his daughter, then peeked in on his son. Both were sound asleep. He wandered into the kitchen, then into the TV room, and sat on the couch. After
Oh
a
my
few
God.
minutes of flipping through channels, he heard a loud crash. Shit! Bree! He jumped up and dashed towards his daughter's room. When he arrived... he
Oh
was already
god,
gone.
that escalated quickly. The plot's here already?
And the plot thickens. Okay, cool.
That escalated quickly.
I can get behind this.
I love how there wasn't even a build up to this though. It just happened.
Hold
Yeah.
some
I
shit
know.
immediately. Kidnapping. Let's go.
Like, oh well.
Take the kids.
Yeah. A note was left on the crib. Do you want to see your daughter alive? Come see me. We have some catching up to do. Fuck.
E.
Eggman. That could be anybody.
It's gonna be a
Guess
kidna.
what, Sonic Heroes?
Oh no. You have 3 days to find your child.
You have 3 days. I drop her.
Fuck,
If you don't get it, she
Eggman.
falls on her head.
You don't get it. I have the baby.
You don't understand, Shadow. I have the baby.
I have her.
I have Brie Larson. Uh,
In order to get her back, you will have to do
Spit
a
that in
race.
my little orphan face.
oh. Shadow growled as he crumbled up in the paper to find Sebastian hiding behind Rouge's leg. Tears were rolling down Rouge's cheek. Shady, is she okay?
I love how he's just shady now.
Damn, this is some shady shit. Boy.
Yeah, he is pretty shady. He ran up and hugged her. I'll get her back, babe. Watch Sebastian for me. He kneeled down to his son.
Shadow being the person that would call someone babe.
Why wouldn't you just go get Sonic?
Because he's
I
edgy.
hate to be that guy, but
Because my rivalry, Dylan.
I
it
hate
wouldn't
to,
make
I
sense.
hate to be that guy, but come on. Sonic would find her quick. He can zoom around the entire world and find her. Just go get Sonic. Quit being Vegeta.
You see what you don't understand, Dylan, is that during this story, it hasn't been explained yet, but Sonic has officially broken both of his legs and he can never run again.
Oh, deep lore.
Okay, alright.
Plot thickens.
I need you to be strong, buddy. Remember how we trained? If someone tries to hurt you or mommy, you know what to
Is
do,
this
okay?
a Western? This literally is starting out like a Western. Think about it.
Be strong, young partner.
Think about it. This is literally a Western. The gruffed guy who has a dark past settles down with a woman, has kids, denounce his evil ways, and then someone from his past takes his kid and ruins his family, and then he has to leave the son with the mother and tells him to stay strong. This is a Western.
Yep.
He's gonna tell him to
Did a
like
boomer
stand up
write
against
this?
Eggman with a fucking boom, with like a fucking like duel.
The
Shadow
only
the
thing,
Hedgehog
the
did-
only thing that's missing now is him giving him a pistol and tipping his hat. That's the only thing.
The only
that's-
thing that's missing is a tumbleweed like far in the distance.
Yeah.
And an epic soundtrack by that one guy who does all the soundtracks for the
Just
Western
being like
movies.
ding-ding-ding.
Yeah, that guy.
In this,
I
in this
lost it.
fanfiction, the role of Shadow will be played by John Wayne.
Oh, Clint Eastwood.
Liam
you never
Neeson
know.
is Shadow.
Clint Eastwood, yes, please.
Yeah. What
Mm-hmm.
about you, Papa? His son said, fighting tears back. Shadow placed his hand on his son's shoulder. I'm the ultimate life form. I'll be okay, kiddo. That just doesn't sound right for Shadow. I don't know why.
Yeah.
With that, Shadow dashed off to Eggman's known fortress. When he arrived, he was greeted by a familiar face. Hello, Shadow. It is amazing to see you
What?
again.
Come on.
Robotic voice.
Put some
Omega?
emotion behind that god.
No, it's a robot. See?
I know, but that doesn't sound like Omega.
I'm thinking of like the 06 Omega though, and it was like that.
Oh, tranny
You know?
Omega, really?
I'm doing 06 Omega. I thought you were destroyed. Shadow's jaw was practically on the floor at this point.
Whoa. Fucking
No.
alive.
No, Eggman rebuilt and reprogrammed me to warn him of your arrival.
It has
Wait.
never been shown in canon that Eggman can make more than one Omega. And why would he want to? Omega was a failure that tried to kill him for over 10 years.
Don't know.
Hey, gotta always have two. Ups the stakes. I don't know.
Wait, what? Before Shadow could react, Omega flew off and Eggman reappeared.
I mean-
holding Bree and- why was the point of
I
Omega?
must go. My planet needs me.
Don't need me.
Omega disappeared here to be here. I have a feeling that in the previous story, Omega died. And we're supposed to feel something here.
Oh no.
Dramatic reveal.
Some fucking
But then
one
he flies
shot.
away. He just fucking yeets himself out of the scene. So what's the point?
My work here is done.
Cameo completed.
Okay, switch.
Oh,
Manga?
hell yeah. Wait, what? Before Shadow could react, Omega flew off, and Eggman appeared, holding Brie Larson in his arms. My, Shadow. When were you gonna introduce her to Uncle Eggman? We are family, you know. Doesn't end it with a quotation
Wait,
mark.
Uncle Eggman. No.
No.
That's not right.
Oh.
No, think about it.
Me?
He was the creation of Gerald Robotnik, who is his grandfather. He's Gerald Robotnik's son. Uncle is not right.
Yeah.
I don't think any of this is right.
Wait.
He would be the older relative, Eggman, not you.
No, but couldn't it be like uncle once removed or whatever you call it? Whenever like a cousin.
No, it
You
wouldn't
gotta
be
introduce her
Uncle.
to niece Eggman?
It wouldn't-
cousin Eggman?
It would be
I don't know.
cousin Eggman, wouldn't it?
I think so.
Because
Maybe, actually,
Yeah.
yeah.
because Shadow is an older relative that's above Eggman, so it wouldn't be Uncle
Ah.
Eggman. In order for it to
Wow.
be Uncle Eggman, Eggman would have to be Gerald's brother. That doesn't make any sense.
Oh no.
Jeez, the plot thickens.
Yep.
Sadly, the doctor was right. Shadow being created by Gerald Robotnik meant that he and Ivo were family.
Yeah, but not Uncle. Not Uncle.
Yeah.
You fucking retard. You don't even know fucking family lineages.
You're fucking crazy. What's your fucking problem? Shadow growled, his heart beating out of his chest.
Shadow sounding
Now,
like
now.
Solider.
Oh,
I can do a Shadow, shut up. Now, watch your mouth. There are some young ears around. Cut the shit, Doctor. Give me back my daughter, or suffer the consequences. Oh yeah?
oh
Give me your
damn.
best shot.
He pulls out a gun and shoots him in the head. Not literally.
He like misses like somewhere. He goes like, I missed. Fuck. Shadow lunged at the doctor, and the doctor flew Brie Larson up in the air. Shadow bounced off Eggman's head and grabbed his daughter, caving his skull in the process, and grabbed his daughter, just to be met with a punch to the stomach out of nowhere.
He didn't
You
even
landed,
have
though.
to do that, though. Shadow can do Chaos Control without an Emerald at this point. He can just say Chaos Control, grab his daughter, walk out of there, or completely
He's been out of
teleport
combat
out of
for
there
so
everywhere.
long, he forgot how to do chaos control.
Oh god, then he's not even Shadow. That's like the only thing he has going for him besides his stupid fucking shoes.
Yeah.
He landed with a loud thud. After making sure his daughter was okay, he glanced up to see none other than Knuckles standing
God
above him.
damn
Fucking
it!
called it!
God damn it! I
Called it.
thought so.
Pay
Fuck
up, pay
me. I thought it would be Knuckles. Why is Knuckles evil? Because Rouge cucked
Called
him?
it.
Getting cucked by Rouge made you evil? You said in your own
The
song
Battle
you
of
don't
the
love
Simps.
her.
Battle of the Simps.
That's it, we owe him a fiver.
Oh boy.
He laid his daughter off to the side and stood between Knuckles and her. After all this time, you're still upset she left you? Shadow said, spitting out blood. She's almost been a hard hit.
Okay, I'm going back.
Right.
Shut up, you bastard! I loved her, and you took her! You deceived her! Oh god, it's starting to sound like Star Wars. You liar! And then thinking I was bad for her. Deceived her. She came knocking at my door at 2 a.m. and left at 6. With blood and bruises all over her. Apparently you're
Added to the
abusive.
performance.
Because you can't control your anger. So apparently fucking Knuckles is he's an abuser. What the
He's a
fuck?
domestic abuser.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's not very nice.
Who
Okay.
the fuck beats the shit out of someone they love? Knuckles, angered by what Shadow was saying, realizing that he has now kidnapped a baby and it's making this far worse, lunged and landed another blow, this time to the head. But Shadow answered the punch with a quick combo. Where's the baby? 2 quick gut punches
Look, the
and a
baby, she just threw the baby like 100 feet into the air. It's like, I'll get you, honey.
and a roundhouse
right back.
to the face. The two battled it out, Shadow throwing Knuckles across the room. The Knuckles hitting, hitting
Yeah.
Shadow and knocking him through a table. The Eggman, sat back and watched as the two slowly destroyed each other.
Giving up his master plan.
After almost 15 minutes of back and forth fighting, the two were catching their breath and exchanging some words. They fucking punched
Wow, they
each
stopped
other.
after 15 minutes.
Yeah,
Lord.
they punched each other for 15 minutes straight.
He's like Shadow's just cracking his back. It's like, oh, way beyond my heyday.
I'm gonna win her back. Your kids will never see you again, you bastard. Kidnapping
That is
them
the
is a good way to
equivalent
make
of,
an impression.
That's the equivalent of like.
I'm your new father. I will kidnap you.
I'm leaving and I'm taking the kids.
You'll have to kill me for that to happen. Shadow snapped and Chaos controlled behind Knuckles, remembering that he could do that this whole time, putting him into a chokehold. Knuckles tossed himself on it. Wait, that never answered the question. Why is Knuckles working with Eggman? Why would Eggman want to work with Knuckles? Why does Eggman care? Knocking the wind out of Shadow. But he didn't let go. Shadow caught his breath and wrapped his legs around Knuckles, squeezing tighter and tighter. Knuckles began to fade and eventually passed out. Shadow, bloody,
Thanos out of existence.
bloody and tired, and stood and wobbled a few feet before collapsing. Wah-ha-ha! You fool! Eggman chuckled. Okay, switch.
Get a load of this.
Alright, I'll go.
It's your turn.
Okay. Shadow weakly looked up at the doctor, who had someone sitting next to him. It was also someone very familiar. Shadow couldn't believe his eyes.
Oh, no.
What? I'm an optimist, but I'm also a realist. You can't steal someone's girlfriend.
Oh my god.
It's no use.
It's domestic
If
abuse.
Sonic ends up
Take
working
this!
Stop,
Alright.
Dylan. Stop.
Sonic's the final boss.
Oh boy. Indeed,
Calling
it was
it now.
Silver the Hedgehog, but at the same time it wasn't. Wait, what? Eggman somehow brainwashed the hedgehog into working for him.
So it's still Silver.
So
Yeah, I guess.
fucking
Silver would not.
Shadow tells him, he's like, you gotta believe me. Knuckles is evil, and he's like, does anybody but you believe her lies?
Stop.
Of course.
Stop it.
Okay. Sorry, Shadow. Business is business. Silver picked Shadow up and carried
Since
him.
when
into
can
the back
Eggman
room.
brainwash people this effectively?
I don't know.
Like, he said with Hyper Go on Energy, he could do it, but I never seen him do it. And the one time he tried to do it was with Tails, and Tails only, like, was brainwashed for 5 seconds and snapped out of it.
I'm sorry, but the line in this should have been like, sorry, Shadow. I am an optimist, but I'm also a realist.
No, I would have gone with, sorry, Shadow. It's no use.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill myself.
Go for it.
Where he was tied down to a chair. After a few moments of being beaten, Eggman and Knuckles entered. Knuckles had a chrome pistol in one
What?
hand and a-
Wait,
Oh
whoa,
my
whoa, whoa,
God,
whoa,
I
whoa,
guess
whoa,
someone
wait,
really-
How did Shadow get tied down to a chair?
Oh.
Did he just let it happen?
So let's get this
Whoa,
straight.
whoa,
Let's
whoa.
get this straight for a second. Let's think about this. Knuckles, he likes grapes. He has dreadlocks. He beats his wife. He has a pistol. Nothing wrong here. Continue.
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong.
I'm just laying
Eggman
out
was
the case.
Eggman was carrying Brie Larson.
Oh no.
All right, okay, Shadow. Somebody's dying today. It's you or your daughter. Knuckles said. with
Wait,
a
I
sad
thought you said you're.
smile.
What? Why is he good?
How are you gonna win over Rouge? How are you gonna win over Rouge like this?
Hello, Rouge. I'm back. I killed your daughter.
No,
Fucking
it's
throw
not
the
even
dead
like
body.
that, Rouge. I said someone was going to die, and Shadow didn't respond, so I killed the daughter.
Look,
Here,
I used the
here's
loophole.
Shadow
Okay,
back.
take me back.
Fuck you. Shadow barely got the words out. Silver began beating the hedgehog. Shadow was coughing blood up. He was
It's
weak
just
without
good
his-
cop, bad cop.
Where is
Silver, bad
Sonic?
cop.
Where is Sonic?
He's the villain. I'm calling it now.
Oh my god. Alright. Shadow was coughing blood up. He was weak without his inhibitor rings. He gave them up years
Wait,
ago.
they just suddenly took it off?
Okay, no. You got it backwards. The inhibitor rings aren't what gives Shadow his power. The inhibitor rings are what holds back Shadow's power. Shadow's
Yeah, if he was out
energy
with his
goes
inhibitor ring,
into
he'd be-
the rings.
Knuckles'
it's-
head would be caved in if we're going with the same. logic
If
as the
Knuckles,
games. What the
if
fuck?
Shadow has been living his life without inhibitor rings this whole time, he's had to learn to control his energy. The only reason why he has them to begin with is because he's too powerful.
But hey, fuck the lore.
Does this guy think Amy Rose has deep powers because she has rings on her hands? The rings
Yes.
don't do shit.
Maybe, I don't know. He gave them up years ago when he and Rouge decided to start a family. Knuckles placed the chrome barrel to Brie Larson's head. Fine,
fuck?
he dies then.
Oh my god, I was right. He literally is killing the daughter for no reason.
Yeah, this is for Captain Marvel.
Oh no.
Stop! The room went dead silent. Me. Yo, me.
Okay,
Shadow
switch.
muttered. All right.
Oh,
And that's
me.
Danny.
Knuckles was slightly surprised. So you do have a heart. Don't worry, Shadow. I'll raise them right, and I'll make sure I fuck Rouge good too.
What? What?
We're gonna kill his child. Be the
I will
father?
create all forms of abominations with Rouge once you're gone.
Knuckles is being assassinated here. His character is just dead.
Hang on.
God.
Hang on.
It's
Who's
the
holding
dead
the door?
corpse and someone's like puppeteering him with like puppet strings.
Knuckles is punching Shadow now. And how is he punching? He's got a gun in one hand. Doesn't he have the kid in the other? Or is someone else holding it?
we have
Beating
yet
Shadow with his kid.
we have yet to address where the kid even is.
He started punching Shadow. Then
Your
placed the
kid's
gun
quite
against
sturdy,
his
Shadow. I'll give you that. He's fucking beats her into him.
Shut up, back up! Oh, shut up! Knuckles, let me make the call first, Eggman interrupted. Knuckles reluctantly
okay.
handed over the phone. What?
Why is there a phone?
There's now a
We're
phone
missing
here,
a
apparently.
How many hands does Knuckles have?
And apparently everyone knows Rouge's number.
Okay, they all walked out.
What
Shadow
can I
is
say?
still
Rouge
tied-
went around back in the day.
Shadow is still tied up. Struggled to dial Rouge's number, but he did, and put her
Why
on
did,
speaker.
why did he do it?
I'm
This would
so-
have been a perfect guy to go like, "Yo, Sonic, help me out, please."
Oh God. So we could hear her. Hello, who is this? She answered with a shiver in her voice. Hey, baby, it's me. Listen, Bree is okay. Oh, thank God, but Shady, you sound horrible. Where are you? Listen, babe, I'm in some trouble and it's not looking too good right now. I just want you to know I really love you. Shadow's
This is
voice broke.
stupid.
Oh my God, he's
This-
stupid.
This isn't even meeting like the standards for this type of story. Normally, in this type of situation, Knuckles would be like, okay, you're gonna call up Rouge and you're gonna tell her that you want to leave her. And that way, I can get with her because she'll think you abandoned her. And then I'm going to fucking kill you. But I won't kill your kid if you do this. That's how this situation plays out. This way, Rouge is gonna know that Knuckles killed Shadow, and I guess he's gonna live with her out of fear? Like, she's gonna have to stay with him or else he'll kill her?
Yeah.
This is a stupid plan. This is a stupid plan, and I think everyone's forgetting that Sonic the Hedgehog exists and he can kick all your asses.
I'm very confused. I'm just gonna keep
Maybe
going.
in the one-off story, Sonic is dead. Who knows?
Maybe, who knows? Yeah. I
We don't
love
know
you
the backstory to
and
this.
Sebastian and Bree so fucking much. Don't ever forget that. Shadow, why are you talking like this? Stop it! You're scaring me. Rouge was bawling her eyes out on the other end.
I love like the fucking delivery of that. I love like the delivery that you did. It's like, no, stop, please come back.
Oh, sorry, I was supposed to be crying, but I don't cry. I'm sorry, I can't do that. Nah, not my scene. Babe, they were gonna kill Bree, so I let them kill me instead.
Did
Shadow-
Knuckles give, like, Eggman the Master Emerald or something for this? Because, like, why the fuck would Eggman brain control Silver, reprogram Omega, rebuild Omega, all to help Knuckles cuck Shadow? Why would Eggman do
don't
this?
know. I don't know, it sounds pretty gay to be
Chaotic
honest. Anyway.
neutral.
He's not a chaotic neutral, he's a bad
Look,
guy.
I don't know. I don't know how the fucking shit works.
Shadow, where are you? Please let me help. Shadow sat there for a moment. Too late for me.
I don't think he can do anything but sit there.
I know, he
Yeah,
can't.
like
He's
what the fuck
tied
else
up.
was he gonna do?
Stand. It's too late for me. Listen, Knuckles did this. He's coughs up mob. You can't have.
Why is
You
he
can't
role
do that
playing in the
story.
middle of this fucking talk?
You can't have a fucking stage direction. In the
Why
middle
are
of
they
fucking
letting
story.
Shadow tell her all this shit?
I don't know.
If I was in this situation, I'd have 2 pieces of lead in your head, Shadow, just letting you know.
What stops them from killing the baby immediately after killing Shadow?
Nothing.
I don't know.
So he
System.
coughs up more blood. It's working with Eggman. They brainwashed Silver too. Don't trust anybody. Please be careful. Before she could respond, the line was cut. Knuckles had entered the room and ended the call. So Knuckles knows then that he was telling her all the shit. Right?
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
All right.
I'll take good
Okay.
care of them, Shadow. Don't you worry.
Okay, Switch.
Wait, I'll take good care of them, Shadow, don't you worry. Meanwhile, I have a gun placed to your daughter's head and possibly beat you with your fucking daughter, considering
And
I
I'm gonna
never
beat
dropped
your
her.
wife.
Okay, sure, Knuckles, okay. Knuckles, do the right thing. Take Brie Larson out of here. Fuck. Oh, don't worry about Brie. Eggman is returning her to Rouge now. I'll pay them a visit later. You won't be visiting anyone anytime soon. Huh. What do you mean?
Yeah, I think everyone
Shadow.
forgot about the fact that Shadow has unlimited chaos powers and can murder you.
Shadow had broke free from his restraints. Bang! Shadow fell over.
Dirty's
Knuckles
gone.
laid on the floor. The gun had fallen from his hands while Shadow laid up against the wall, blood pouring from the wound in his stomach. If I die today, you're dying too, Knuckles. Shadow grabbed the gun and fired, hitting Knuckles right between the eyes. The room fell in silence. Shadow wheezed to catch his breath. He was looking
Okay,
for a
can we talk about the real problem here? I'll give you guys a second to figure it out. Knuckles shot Shadow. What's wrong with that? Knuckles shot Shadow. First person to get it right, I'll do something later. I
When
want to
did he
know.
shoot him?
Someone point out the problem there. Fucking Knuckles shot Shadow.
He doesn't really have fingers.
He has boxing gloves. How the fuck did he shoot Shadow?
It's Boom Knuckles, duh.
He doesn't have fingers.
They're going with the Archie Sonic lore, where he has fingers. No.
I mean, didn't he have a gun in the Sonic the Comic as well? And he used that just fine.
I'm saying, how the fuck did he fire a gun? He's got no
I don't know,
fingers.
He has
did-
done it before.
It didn't even address that
question.
he had his goofy fucking boxing mitts off. Because why would he be punching Shadow without them?
I don't know what's more effective.
Like, you could talk about Shadow's inhibitor rings being gone, but you couldn't mention that Knuckles took off his stupid fucking gloves.
But he can use a gun.
Yeah, he can, but they didn't address that he took off his stupid gloves. And why would he be punching Shadow if he doesn't have his stupid fucking gloves on?
But he can use a gun with his gloves on. It has been shown before.
What? How? You put on mittens and shoot someone.
I've sent a picture to the...
I'll look in the chat right now. Look, Danny, I'll give you 10 seconds to look at his hand, and he can't pull that trigger. Look at him.
Use his thumb, Dylan. God.
He's got no
Hand,
fingers.
like, squeezes it into where the trigger is and like somehow manages.
I don't believe that.
I'm holding a gun right now. Okay, he'd have to hold the gun at a really fucking weird angle to shoot it with his thumb.
Wait, hang on a minute. You're holding a gun right now. Excuse me.
I have an airsoft gun. Calm down. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
Okay, let's
Calm
get back.
down.
Let's get back to the story.
All right.
Let's get back to the
Oh, here's a
story.
massive bang on my head.
Stop. Sound effects.
anyways, okay. Shadow wheezed to catch his breath. He was losing blood fast. He had a choice to make. Go after Brie Larson and likely die, or get help. Shadow didn't think twice. He got up and limped down the hall. He found a Chaos Emerald Eggman had. Just in the hall. That's cool. He took it and bandaged up the wound. Then Chaos controlled to Rouge. He couldn't believe his eyes when he landed in the house.
15 minutes earlier.
If he used-
he can chaos control now.
He had chaos control earlier without an emerald. Like, you're being as inconsistent as Sega. Does he need emerald or not?
It's more effective teleportation. I don't know.
And if we're gonna go with Shadow having its full fucking ability, Shadow has chaos healing powers. So why the fuck did he not heal himself up before he left? And if you want to say that's not canon, Sonic Battle is canon.
Anyways, 15 minutes earlier, Rouge rushed over to Sebastian as the door flew open. Eggman and Silver and...
Get a load of this!
Well, Rouge, Shadow put up one hell of a fight, but I bet his brain is splattered all over the floor by now. Eggman said with a huge, sinister grin. Rouge immediately attacked Silver, and the two went back and forth. But ultimately, Silver was too strong for Rouge.
Since a win!
No use.
Since a win!
It's no use! She tried to crawl towards Sebastian, but Silver stepped on her back, causing her to cry out in pain. Enough! Sebastian screamed. The tiny hedgehog was glowing red. Calm down there, little one. You're coming with us. Eggman held out a hand. Gasper! Sebastian hit Eggman with a blast, causing him to fly back through the door. Silver hopped off Rouge and charged the tiny hedgehog. He dodged the spears and held down Sebastian, beating him repeatedly. Oh my God.
Holy fuck!
Wow.
That was
Man,
child
he's so
abuse.
real.
It's no use!
Now I'll show you!
Anyway, but you believe your lies!
This is where it ends!
It's time to end this!
This'll end it.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ, that's so violent. He was too focused on keeping the hedgehog down to realize what was happening. Shadow had given his inhibitor rings to Sebastian in case he
The
ever got into
inhibitor rings
trouble.
don't give you power, and I was right earlier. Give me another fucking tip of the fedora. He literally did give his kid the gun before he left.
In case he ever got into trouble.
And
Sheer
he's
amounts of
killing the
power.
intruders just like in a Western. Way to rip off a Western. Come on. Are we really doing this? Even the whole fucking Shadow getting in a shootout with the potential love interest? Like, really? Like, come on. Are we really ripping off a Western from like 70 years ago?
Yeah.
Yes. Let's see, where was I? Ah, yes. The sheer amount of power flowing through his body after every hit was amazing. It's like hurting him made him stronger. Okay. Sebastian's eyes went from crimson red to pitch black. Gas blast! The
Oh,
shock
God.
sent Silver flying through
Okay,
the wall,
send your pillow.
leaving him unconscious. Sebastian stood up and walked over to Rouge. Mama, are you okay? She slightly shook her head. She was weak. Get up, please, Mama, before they come back! Just then, Shadow appeared in the room. Present time.
Wait, we were in the past?
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
15 minutes earlier, apparently.
But no, fuck that. Fuck that. Because,
No,
like, the
it was in 15 minutes earlier. It's in the story.
That's stupid. There was no need for
Can't
that.
you read?
There was no need for time dilation.
Can't you read, Dylan?
There's 15 minutes, that's what's true.
How did Eggman get there that fast then?
Look, okay, we're not questioning this.
Eggman is canonically faster than Sonic, okay?
God damn it.
Don't ask questions. Don't ask questions.
Now I'm just
There are no
picturing him
answers.
running down fucking City Escape.
Don't ask, consume product and wait for more product.
Oh boy.
Jesus, what the hell happened here? Shadow said, leaning down next to Rouge. Sebastian,
Like, I heard he says
Yeah.
Jesus, but is in like the Sonic universe. Like, is Jesus canon to Sonic now?
Yes.
are you really bringing this to the fucking table? Daddy?
Jesus is canon. The
I
end.
am.
Jesus the Hedgehog.
It's Jesus the Hedgehog.
Jesus is canon.
Sebastian, he was amazing. He defeated Eggman in silver. Shadow attempted to help Rouge.
You're
but his own
glitching.
wounds
You're
had caught up.
glitching.
Oh, am I?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Hang up and call back
the
real
fuck?
quick.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, you're fine
Yeah,
now.
you're alive.
Nice. Let's see, where was I? Okay. Shadow attempted to help Rouge up, but his own wounds had caught up to him. He collapsed next to her. Shit! Sebastian, give Danny his inhibitor rings! Rouge shouted suddenly. Without hesitation, Sebastian did as he was told. After a moment, Shadow got up and carried Rouge to the bedroom. Then he put Sebastian on the bed with her. I have some unfinished business. I'll
Wait a
be
second.
back.
Wait a second. I just thought about this. Where the fuck
What's
is
that?
Bree?
Who cares?
Eggman got-
No,
Eggman got
Bree
slung through a
like,
wall.
Eggman returned Bree.
Yeah,
to
but
the
where is
people.
she?
Who
I don't
cares?
know.
She always reappears and disappears in this stuff. It's kind of
Just plot armor, okay?
She's hiding in and out of reality as we speak.
Yes.
Maybe she's in the same
Fucking
place
friend-
as Sonic.
Her friend Sonic the Zone Cop is just going like boof, boof, boof. Oh, anyway. Where was I? Okay.
I'd be
I'll
back.
be back.
I'll
He
be
chaos controlled
back.
back into the TV room to find Silver holding Bree. Oh, there she is.
Oh.
So Silver just fucking had her because they left her in that room.
Oh, but
Yes.
Silver was hit so hard by the blast that he was no longer in a trance. Okay. Guess you can beat people out of a trance. That's cool.
Yeah.
Shadow! What the hell happened? Take Bree to my room. Look after Rouge till I get back. I have to do the world a favor. Shadow walked outside and found Eggman unconscious. He dragged him into the
Shadow-
shed in the backyard
Shadow's-
and tied him up to a chair.
Shadow's
Oh,
about to
no.
kill him. Shadow's about to kill him, and then Eggman
He then-
activates his greatest creation. You hear the egg dealer music start playing. He pushes the button and he's like, "No, not Shadow Fever!"
Oh, not Shadow Fever!
Shadow fever. I can't fucking do Eggman. I'm a woman.
He then slashed water, not splashed, slashed water
You
on him to
slashed
wake
it,
him
that's
up.
better.
Wake the fuck up. I want you to feel this.
Ooh,
Shadow
fucking
hissed. Before Eggman could speak, Shadow sent a bullet into one of the doctor's
Whoa.
legs.
okay, switch.
Oh, damn.
Okay, fucking whoa.
Fucking hell, Shadow! Eggman squealed. Shadow landed another bullet in the opposite leg, not caring if the doctor bleeds out. Eggman continued screaming. "Ah! You're gonna be a monster, you know. Once people find out... I think he's killed a lot more people than this. Once people find out that one of their beloved Oh, that's Eggman, never mind. You're gonna be a monster, you know. Once people find out one of their beloved heroes started killing people... I've killed people before. They'll turn on you fast. You won't do it. Do it, faggot.
I really see Shadow
Try
being
me, bitch.
like.
Put the gun down.
That's where you're wrong. Fuck everyone who stands in my way, and fuck anyone who tries to harm my family. I'll do anything to protect them. Shadow growled, leaning the barrel against Eggman's head. A shot echoed in the shed. Then Shadow wobbled out to find Rouge on her knees in tears.
What was that?
Is it over? She cried out. Shadow walked over and sat down in the grass beside her. Yeah, we need to move soon. He laid back, unwrapping his bandages. Silver
Opening
walked
up
out.
the wound, letting him get infected. Galaxy brain move there, Shadow. Good job.
Silver walked out with Sebastian holding Bree. I wonder where Omega is.
Hang on, is Silver holding Sebastian and
Yeah.
Sebastian holding Bree? Is it like a fucking...
It's a tower of like fucking hedgehogs. Silver drops when they all fall down.
Shadow.
Well, not my problem anymore.
Wait, what? Shadow, let me
Silver.
heal you. I'm sorry all this happened. You don't have healing powers. That's never been one of your things.
You, Dylan, believe your lies.
Shadow has healing powers, not Silver. Shadow didn't
Shadow
hesitate,
uses
letting
healing
Silver heal his wound somehow. Silver had a healing touch since when he's not E.T. Healing almost anything instantly.
healer.
Rouge had already been healed, and so I guess he's just Dende now. And so has Shadow. Get out of here, Silver. We will catch up later. Shadow, I'm sorry. Get out. He walked away, just leaving Shadow and his family. Sebastian, go pick up your sister's bags. We're moving. Okay, Papa. Where do you want to put Bree? I don't even know where she is.
She poofed into existence again.
The crib is on the floor. Just lay here. Just lay here in there. Here in there. Just lay here and there. I'll be
I want you to
inside
lay
in a
here
few.
and there. Do you understand, boy?
He took off. Rouge glanced over to her husband. Need a minute alone? Much to Rouge's surprise, he answered, No, stay. I need to talk. About what? I killed Eggman. And Knuckles. Rouge sat there in silence for a minute. Well, you did it to protect your family. If you didn't kill them, we'd all be dead. Eggman had it coming, and Knuckles was fighting a losing battle. Don't blame yourself for their mistake. Apparently, you're just okay with that. Not even gonna. You didn't even know. I don't.
Apathetic bitch. Okay, cool, nice.
Yeah, Shadow could have restrained both of them, but he chose to kill them. Shadow said
2 blocks to the head. Okay.
Shadow said nothing at first, just pulled her into a hug. I don't fear dying, Rouge, but I do fear.
I never brought that up.
But I do fear never being able to see you again. Rouge,
Again, something I didn't bring up.
Rouge returned the embrace. Shady, we're all together now. We're gonna. You were gonna die for me, for the kids.
No.
You're a real man, and no one can take that away from you. I love you, Shadow. I love
This was
you,
written
Rouge.
by a fucking beta male.
Epilogue.
Oh, absolutely.
Months after the events between Shadow and Eggman, Shadow and his family had moved to an island far from the rest of their friends. Who are their friends? I don't know. Sonic wasn't in this story for some reason.
Yeah.
Silver, I
Things were back to normal as it can be. Shadow trained with Sebastian, while he and Rouge took turns with Bree. That doesn't sound good. Helping her learn and taking care of her together. As she grew, Shadow lived with no regret,
Turns? Are they apart?
knowing if he were to put into the situation again, he'd do it again. And again, and again, killing everyone. Back with Silver, the president had put Shadow as a public enemy number 1. Mr. President!
Number 1 threat, which is Dr. Eggman. You inherently are a threat.
He may have been taken down Eggman, but they say he killed Knuckles in cold blood. To this day, no reports of Shadow or his family have been reported. Report. But Silver knew where they were, knew they were out there, and it was his job to find them. Coming soon, Fugitive, a story as Shadow must protect his family again from bounty hunters like Silver and Omega, because apparently they're bad again. Will Silver have to go to the distance to protect his family again? Or will he ultimately crumble? Will Sebastian do anything? I don't know. How will Rouge and Bree act with their women? Constantly threaten their lives. Find out soon. This will be a
Dragon
separate
Ball Z.
story, so be sure to stick around. I don't know what a one-off is, and keep an eye out for it. Anyways, thank you guys for reading this. Please leave a review. So my video should be fine. And let me know how it was. It was bad. I took a more violent approach to this story. No shit. I wanted to try something new. Yeah, murder is fun. This was something of a sequel to what is today. I'm gonna have to read that because Sonic might be dead. So if you haven't read that, go check it out. It's not necessary because the story doesn't. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It references events from the other story. So yes, it does.
Wait, excuse me?
It does correlate. It does correlate. They work off of each other.
What does that
Fuck
mean?
you. But that
This story's
story
in a parallel
came
universe.
first in the timeline. You don't know what correlation means. Fugitive will be the last story. I don't know what sequels are or prequels before I set up a different story. So be sure to stick around. My newer stories will involve Shadow and likely Rouge. No shit. But I'll see how I feel after writing Fugitive. Thanks so much for reading. Hope to see you guys after Fugitive releases. Oh,
Did
God.
Fugitive ever release?
I don't
it's like,
know.
Look, I'm not saying these stories correlate with each other, but I do say that the stories kind of correlate with each other.
This is
I
a
don't know.
direct sequel, and it will also have a sequel, but it's also a one-off and doesn't like tie into the
Oh.
other story.
Okay, yeah.
My
Makes
brain, it
perfect sense
hurts.
if you don't think about it.
Yes.
So, what did you guys
Ah.
think of this lovely story?
Like, it is bad, but it's nowhere near the worst story I've ever read. It's
My takeaway is I don't get how Knuckles used a gun. Women are
I sent another
useless.
picture in the chat.
My take away from this is like, why does Silver just start relentlessly beating a child? Like, Jesus.
Danny, it still doesn't show how he shot the gun. His
But
knuckle.
he shot it with his gloves on!
How? Danny,
I don't know.
Turn to the side and use
if
the
you're
stun.
not gonna help me figure out how Knuckles could shoot a gun, I don't want to hear it.
We can't hold
Yeah,
it
Danny
against
just-
the author
Danny, just
if
give
the
it up.
canon can't get it right either.
He shouldn't have a gun.
He does!
Uh,
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know how Knuckles shoots a gun. I think that Omega was completely pointless to this story. Silver being brainwashed was stupid too. I don't get how Eggman was working with Knuckles. I don't get why they were working together. There's a lot of plot holes because this author didn't care. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah.
How do you feel about this film?
I will say compared to the last story I was on, this is definitely better. It's a lot more entertaining. The violence certainly is a shock. I agree that there are definitely a lot of plot holes. Yeah, this one was just kind of whatever to me, but it definitely had some pretty funny stuff. I like how we inserted Brie Larson into this.
Yes, Brie
Um,
Larson was the best character.
Absolutely.
So we had Brie Larson and Shady. Those are new characters.
Shady.
Yeah.
Shady the Hedgehog.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
How did you feel about this, Danny? Give us a final summary of this.
Just
Always so insightful. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this story. If you like it, hit the like button. If you really like it, share it. If you want to see more, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you on the next Patreon fanfiction reading. Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Before the credits roll, I thought I'd give a shout out to my multiple ways of making money. YouTube is slowly starting to sanitize the platform, making it harder for people to make money on edgier content like I do. So I'm reminding you guys that I have a Patreon. The Patreon has plenty of reward tiers, including seeing my podcast early, being able to join my fan Discord, and possibly even getting on the show if I can fit that into the schedule. I have video recommendation tiers that you can try to get into, and if all else fails and my YouTube falls apart, I always have a BitChute account. So remember to check out all these different things in the description below.